Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. So, we just got ourselves out of the whole apocalyptic setting of the future. Now we're back in the present time, and not gonna lie, I kind of wish, I kind of missed the apocalyptic setting, because what was actually, cool about the apocalyptic setting, because, we just went from stage to stage, and that's pretty much how I like my Sonic games and all that crap, but, in here, it's a whole back to the beating a stage and going to the hub world, and, when we were in the future, we didn't have to deal with that bullshit, but, we're back once again, but, what can we do? So, now we're doing more side missions. So, now we're doing the Three Musketeers side mission. Don't know what Three Musketeers have to do with Sonic the Hedgehog, but apparently has something to do with this game. So, yeah, we're flying through rings. Yeah, we're now actually doing a Superman 64 now, because what the Three Musketeers mission is based on Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles using their attributes to complete certain areas of the missions and whatnot. So with Tails, you just fly through rings. So all you just need to do is just fix the camera to the way it's supposed to be, and you'll be just fine. So the second part of the mission we're doing is we're playing as Knuckles, and we're supposed to be destroying these blocks right here. Or not blocks, boulders. God, they might as well be blocks. Look how... Just look at them. Seriously. Look how easily they fall apart.
I can't wait to get going.
Oh, God, I fucking hate the delivery of that line, but at the same time, it's fucking hilarious. It sounds like a diva. I can't wait to get going. I mean, Dan Green's one of those voice actors who's really cheesy and hammy, and I do enjoy him for that, but I don't know, that line just seems so phoned in. But look at these boulders. They look like they're made out of styrofoam. It's like somebody, like they're already broken, and somebody just put them together and just waiting for them just to be knocked down. But going back into Knuckles, because I didn't really explain him too much when we were in Flame Core, is that with Knuckles' punches, they don't actually hurt the enemies. They actually only stun them. When you do a combo with Knuckles with his punches, I think the last hit he does is the only hit that, hits the enemies. What kind of bullshit is that? So, he's nothing like his Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2 incarnation whatsoever, and they really neutered him so bad in this game. I just can't believe it. But now we're in the third and final part of the Three Musketeer mission, and as part of the mission, we're playing as Sonic, and we're supposed to be going to the hub world and looking for our friends. I found Tails over there, but guys, to tell you the truth, you really don't need to find them. You can easily just run to the goal ring, and you'll still most likely get the S rank for the town mission here. I mean, I guess they expected you originally to find Tails and Knuckles, for some bond of friendship or something like that, but even with that, you could still just get to the goal ring, and with the added time bonus you get, you'll get the S rank with no problems whatsoever. I don't know what originally they had attention for this mission, but either way, you'll still pass it with flying colors. And what's the treasure we get for it? Rings. Yeah, some fucking treasure.
That was incredible.
And see, even with that, we got ourselves some S rank very easily. I mean, seriously. No matter what you do, you'll easily pass that mission with flying colors. Just super, super simple. But now we visit the shop, and now we finally got the bounce bracelet. So, like I said, if you're familiar with Sonic Adventure 2 or the Bubble Shield in Sonic 3 and Knuckles for that matter, it works exactly the same, but unfortunately, unlike the Bubble Shield and the bounce bracelet in Sonic SA2, might as well say that, you can't move when you're doing the bounce, when you use the bounce ring, and that's probably the only problem I have with it. Other than that, it makes it a whole lot easier to take out the enemies with the giant health bars. But anywho, folks, we're doing another side mission where we're chasing this car. So yeah, we're actually pulling a reverse Superman 64 and trying to destroy this car instead of save it. Apparently, I guess this guy stole something from this woman, and well, they're just trying to stop him, and he's trying to make a getaway. So we can't have that, the whole virtuous hero thing with Sonic. So yeah, just be relentless with your homing attacks and your kicking, because the swipe kick is probably the best thing to do, and you'll be perfectly fine. And Sonic is really off-centered there, and his face is like obscured by the results screen. Ah, man. But it's just, you know, with the bounce bracelet itself, it makes it just a whole lot easier. I mean, I still hate the fact that enemies still have the health bars. I can't stress that enough. Because seriously, who the hell in the development team thought that that was a good idea? Really, who did? The balance bracelet definitely makes it easier, but I just wish they didn't have health bars whatsoever. So now we're going to do a next side mission, and it's called the Acrobatic Circus Scout, and can you take a fucking guess what we're doing? No, seriously. Yep, going through more damn rings. What the hell? Were they inspired by the fucking developers of Titus, or Titus, whatever the hell their names were, that created the game? But seriously, I got nothing else to say. We've done this so many times already. The only advice I could give you guys is that, you know, try to make it all through the paths of the rings, you know, in one try. I mean, you can miss one and go back and you can still get the S rank, but I've seen in the past that people have missed like about 2 of them or so, and, you know, it'll be perfectly just fine. It'll still get the S rank. So that's all I have to say. Got nothing else. But I should take this time to apologize to you guys of how long of this part coming out so late. This part really should have come out last week. I'm sorry, guys. It's just last week, since I'm taking summer classes, and oh god, Sonic, personal space, pal, personal space, back up, back the fuck up.
That was incredible.
Last week is just, you know, I have summer college classes, and I was just so swamped with just so many type paperwork, because sorry to say, I'm one of those types of people who procrastinate. So it took me a long time for me to focus on my papers, because those papers are going to be the things allowing me to, you know, pass the class. If I don't put in those papers, I would fail. So I'm done with that class, but I still have another one. So, you know, sorry guys, I'm back on track, and, you know, I promise that these next videos will definitely come out with a schedule, you know, not only with Sonic 06, but also with Sonic Unleashed. But now, the reason why we got the bounce bracelet is to get into the train station here, and we're kind of pulling into our inner portal there. I kind of like that. It looks so fucking fugly. And get to our next stage, which is called Radical Train, which is probably one of my favorite stages of the game. And, you know, when I think about it, I don't know why. Maybe the whole premise of, you know, catching up a train and stopping it from, you know, exploding, you know, using high-speed platforming just to catch something that's already going at a very fast velocity. Also, with the music, too, it's just, I don't know, it just feels very Sonic-esque. Is that even a word? Ah, hell, I don't know. I'm gonna make it a word. Where's that pen and paper? There we go. Sonic-esque. Alright, now I just have to contact the school board in the English and Language department, and we'll probably put in the dictionary. But going back into Radical Train, the whole gimmick of this stage is that you're chasing a bullet train that Elise is apparently on, and along its tracks are these explosive walls, and you're gonna have to hit a switch in order for the wall to, you know, detonate. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole gimmick of this area. And not gonna lie, it's kind of a stupid moment on Eggman's part, because seriously, he hasn't learned anything about the secrets of the Flame of Disaster from Elise herself, and he's putting her through all this danger. I mean, why? Is he trying to do like some sort of gambit, like he's hoping that Sonic will save Elise? Because what if Sonic wasn't fast enough to do it? Then he would, you know, cause Elise to die, and then and he would die too, and there would be at least I think he's on the train. I know he's on the train in Shadow's story, but I'm not too sure if he's on the train in Sonic's story. But seriously, just he's putting himself and Elise in danger if he is. But just it's just a stupid premise whatsoever. So if you do actually that line that Sonic said about being faster on top of the train than on the rails, he's fucking lying. I don't know if that line was botched or something like that, but you go faster on the rails than you do on top of the train. Go on top of the train faster than the rails, my ass. So yeah, as I demonstrate right there with the bounce bracelet, it just makes things so much easier to kill bigger enemies. I mean, seriously. Just take them out easily. No more homing attack left and right. It really does help. So now we're in our third Mach Speed section, is the Radical Train one, and I found this one actually the most tolerable, except for this spot right here. I actually got lucky because those trains are always in spots where it's really hard to maneuver and dodge them. But, not saying that this is my favorite one. Oh no, they all suck. It just... This one I find actually pretty tolerable, because it's really short too in the meantime. What do you mean if Elise is on board? Didn't you fucking hear her? Idiot. So now in the final part of the Mach Speed section, we're chasing after the train, and as you can see, when it starts blinking, a part of the train's about to explode. If you move left and right, you'll easily dodge it, but who knows? Maybe that lovely physics engine will make all the shrapnel hit you somehow. And then we're at the very end here, where there's two ramps. The right ramp has a 1-up, and I think the left ramp has a whatchamacallit, a silver medal, and you could get that, but like I said, silver medals are completely worthless. So... You know, also Radical Train's the shortest level of, I think, Silvers, Shadows, and Sonics altogether. I think it's just short altogether for them. But, you know, I do enjoy the level to an extent. Because, like I said, just something about chasing a train just feels so Sonic-esque. I don't know why. It feels like something that Sonic would do.
I knew it! I knew you'd return. You had to!
Huh. You again! This time, there will be no more interruptions! The Iblis Trigger must die!
Sonic...
Ha! So, how was your removal?
Oh my god, that wasn't even 30 seconds!
It's time to end this! Mephiles! Why are you getting in my way?
I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, I'm sorry. A wild shadow has appeared all of a sudden. Where did he come from? Maybe we'll learn in his story.
Now stop it. You have nowhere to go.
I would rather die than be your prisoner again.
So what are you going to do, Princess? Do you plan to jump?
Eggman is so smug in this part because he knows that if Elise would have jumped, she would have done it earlier, and he knows that she wouldn't do it.
Huh?
Even something like that would have killed her in any way, even if he did catch her.
You won't get away that easily.
Alright, so now it's time for... I guess we could technically call this an Eggman fight, because this is one of his mechs that we're fighting. This would be the second mech we'll fight of his, the Egg Genesis, or the Egg Mega Drive as it's called in Europe. See what I did there? See what I did? See what I did? Not funny? Yeah, well, that's normal. So, I'm going to be actually showing you guys two ways to actually beat this boss. Now, for those who played the game, you're thinking, Ethan, isn't there only one way to attack this guy? Well... the coding is a bit messed up in here. Well, I'll show you what I mean. So, what they intentionally want you to do is that you gotta wait until the Genesis puts his arms down, and these mechs will create a pathway for you to home attack onto the wings. And when you get on top of him, you're supposed to use the bounce bracelet to your advantage to hit him on the head. And every single time you take 1/4 of his health away, one of his wings will go down. But watch this. I shit you not. Your eyes are not deceiving you. You don't have to call yourself a monkey's uncle or anything like that. You saw that. I hit the bottom core of the Egg Genesis because, ladies and gentlemen, later down the line we will be controlling a certain hedgehog, one with psychokinetic powers. And he'll be actually going against the Egg Genesis as well, too. And what you have to do with him is to take, actually, the enemies and chuck them at the core. And to tell you the truth, when you're looking at this thing, you could the core, the orange core in the bottom, is the thing that stands out the most. It's an orange fuck me light, for Christ's sake. That's the thing you'll intentionally look for, and since they didn't do anything with the coating whatsoever, you can easily just home attack it with Sonic. And frankly, that's easier to do than getting up to the the head and using the bounce bracelet. And you should not get hit whatsoever. So now the Egg Genesis is trying to do an Egg Viper, and you should really not get hit by this thing whatsoever. It's piss poor. It's so pathetic. I mean, seriously, look how slow that thing is moving. You should not get hit by that. And even if you do, just put down the controller. Play something else. Though, that's what I want you intentionally to do, because you should not be playing this shit to begin with. Run, save yourself, hide your kids, hide your family, all that crap. And just... I don't understand why they could have just messed around with the coding. I know rush development and all that shit, but seriously, it just makes the fight just too damn easy. But anywho, folks, next time we go into part 7, we will continue to save. Elise will probably take her to someplace safe, I hope. Hopefully she doesn't get caught within, like, the same damn minute. Hopefully. The key word is hopefully, folks. But we'll be heading off to Tropic Jungle, so until then, guys, I will see you for part 7.